Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Thrive with Stride. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. And here we go, guys. It is not so, because for the past week, well, it's kind of been almost a week since Harry and Meghan have emerged in Jamaica. And you would have thought that something like out of the ordinary happened here. Because Harry and Meghan have been dominating the headlines. I mean, the British press has been losing a pickle, talking about, oh, Harry and Meghan, they're so misguided. You know, Harry and Meghan, they pose next to an anti-monarchist and all this. And I have to ask one question. Is there something wrong with being an anti-monarchist? Is it a given that we all should be monarchists? Don't we all have a choice here in being an anti-monarchist? And whoever said that the Jamaican Prime Minister was an anti-monarchist? Who said this? I didn't know he was. Did he say that he was an anti-monarchist? Or, you know, is it just because he decided that he wants his country to be independent fully? I mean, Barbados did it. And as a lot of people pointed out, Prince Charles was, that man that y'all call a king, I should say, was at the Barbados ceremony when they decided that they wanted to get rid of the Queen as their head of state, right? When, you know, Barbados did that like 2 years ago, at least. I think at least 2 years ago or so they did that. And that man that y'all call a king was there. He was there. You know, he and it was very respectful. So I actually am a little offended that these people, the journalists and the people, you know, all the people who are talking about this. I mean, the people on GB News, you know, they're talking about the fact that Harry and Meghan posed next to the Prime Minister. I'm like, you know, there's nothing wrong with Harry and Meghan posing next to somebody who decided that they want to go in a different direction, right? I don't see anything wrong with it, but apparently it's a huge deal. So much so that it's in the newspapers every day for the past week, right? And like I said, there's nothing wrong with somebody saying, you know what, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. That doesn't mean that it's, you know, that they're being rude or they're being malicious or they're being anything. It just means that they don't want to be in this deal or whatever that can be considered. They don't want to be a part of the monarchy anymore. It doesn't mean that they're being rude or disrespectful. It just means that that's not what they want anymore. And the fact that they keep saying that the Prime Minister of Jamaica is an anti-monarchist and all this, like you're trying to paint him into some narrative, and it's like, doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Just because, and the guy, he did say he was moving on. He told William that to his face, William and Kate, right? He told them that to their face. That wasn't being rude. I think that was just being direct, saying, you know, we're moving on. We don't want anything to do with the monarchy, well, going forward. We want our own head of state and stuff like that. That's basically what the man said. So, anyways, guys, there is this opinion article by this guy called Niles Abbey. And he kind of said here, Harry and Meghan in Jamaica are soft power dynamic. Britain is left with kryptonite William and Kate. Yeah, they are kryptonite. It says here, at times like these, it's clear that the Sussexes represent a missed opportunity for the UK that needs friends in the world. Yeah, But you know what's funny? The royal family would never, ever want to admit it. But the funny thing is, while they're not admitting it, a lot of people, a lot of those journalists have been writing stories all week talking about, Harry and Meghan, basically they're saying they should come back. And I just want to say, and there's a lot of people, more or less freaking out about if Harry and Meghan are ever going to go back. You know what's funny? This is what I have to say about that. It's not about if Harry and Meghan are going to go back. We know Harry and Meghan are smart enough to figure out what they want to do, right? They're smart enough to know that the royal family right now, they're in the position that they are in because of the royal family. Because Harry and Meghan did offer a half in, half out deal, and the royal family willfully refused. It's in Harry's book Spare. He explained everything. They had 3 different options or 4 different options, or I think it was 4 or 5 different options, and basically the first option was forget everything, all in, back in, or the 5th option was to just leave. And Harry and Meghan wanted to take a more middle ground approach, which is, I think that's kind of how Harry and Meghan are. They're very middle of the road people. They're not extreme from one to the other. And the royal family decided, you know what? Yeah, we want to teach you a lesson. So now we're going to kick you out with no money. We're going to cut your security. We're going to put you in danger. And we're going to send all the trolls and the paparazzi. They're going to send everyone. And it's going to be a huge hate campaign, a smear campaign against you. That's what we're going to do with you. And then you're going to be forced to come back. That's what the royal family was thinking was going to be happening. That's what I believe that they were thinking was going to be happening. But no. That's not exactly what is happening here. Let's just put it that way. So let's continue here with this little this article. It says, a popular Nigerian adage says, the cow never knows the value of its tail until it is chopped off. Yeah, there you go. That's kind of what I just said. In many tragic ways, this speaks to today's Britain. From EU membership to competent leadership to low inflation, it seems necessary for Britain to lose things to appreciate their importance. There you go. And the reason why this is because there's a little something called arrogance. When you're arrogant and you've always had everything, and you've always had everything done for you, and people have always been there willfully or because you paid them to be there, I don't know, or you ordered them to be there. When they leave and they decide to have some autonomy and decide, you know what, I'm going, I'll need you. Even if I starve, I'd rather starve than to be here, right? When people decide to do that, then they realize, exactly. They have to wait until the cow never knows the value of its tail until it is chopped off. There you go. The royal family, guys, never knew how important they never knew how important Harry was to them. Because I can tell you, from somebody who has watched the royal family from afar for years, the only one, and the funny thing is, I never was really into the William thing. He was good looking, sure, when he was 18 or 19 or however old he was. From the time he hit his 20s, it went all downhill from there. But either way, guys, right? I've always thought that Harry was the one who seemed fun. He seems like the one you want to be around, and he knew how to deal with people. That is what I always thought of Harry. I never cared much about the other people in the royal family. And when Meghan came along, this is pretty much the only thing I really cared about was Harry and Meghan. I didn't care about William and Kate. I never really was a fan of the Kate, and now I'm even less. Because of how she is. I never, like, listen, guys, I wouldn't even have this podcast or anything. I would not do this. I would not be doing this if it wasn't for Meghan. There you go. If it wasn't for this whole situation that happened, I wouldn't be here. Let's put it that way. But anyways, let's continue here. And I'm reading this from this guy. What's his name again? Let me put his name in there. Nels Abbey. Okay, let's continue here. This week, look at Prince Harry and Meghan being feted in Jamaica. See the soft power skills they carry with them, and think about that Nigerian adage. In most of the British media, Harry and Meghan are all year panto villains, but around the world, they could not be more loved, often for the very reasons they are despised in the British media. They are the soft power we could have enjoyed with the increasingly dominant, increasingly self-confident non-white world, especially the Commonwealth. There you go. There you go. Yeah. And he went on to say, it's not just that they are royals. Prince William and Kate headed to No Problem Jamaica in 2022 had encountered problems aplenty. As their PR fiasco unfolded, they were derided for shaking hands with Jamaican children through the fences and for motoring Viceroy style through crowded streets in a fancy Land Rover. At the nightmare's end, Jamaica basically handed Britain its P45, informing the royals of an intention to be a republic to move on. And it's not just that Harry and Meghan are famous. David Cameron's 2015 visit to Jamaica as Prime Minister was seen as another giant clunker. But then, he did self-sabotage there, swatting away reparations requests, urging Jamaicans to move on from slavery, and offering to fund the building of a prison to house the Jamaican origin criminals whom Britain didn't want. As a figure of renown and, of course, a descendant of enslavers, he could have handled it all better. So true, so true. But I think that's enough of that. I'm not going to read any more of it. But, guys, it's all a big bowl of arrogance. That's what it is. That's why they don't realize until after. They pretty much kicked Harry and Meghan out of there. They kicked Harry and Meghan out of there, pretty much. They cut their security. They stopped the funding, all this stuff. They did all that. And now they expect, and they keep putting it in the headlines as well about, Harry and Meghan should return, this and that, and why Harry and Meghan should return, all these things. They're floating it around to see what people would say, if it would be something that could happen. They want it to happen. But I do believe that, no, it will not happen. I don't believe for 1 second that they are going to ever return like that, not in a working capacity. Now, let me rephrase this. I don't believe Harry and Meghan will ever return there, no. But remember, that's Harry's family still. So I wouldn't get it too much into it when it comes to whether or not he should go back or whatever, for whatever reason, if his father's sick or something. I don't know. That's their business. That's their business if they want to go back in a private capacity to, visit or whatever. And when I say go back, I mean like to visit. I don't mean to work for the royal family. I don't believe they should ever work for the royal family ever again. I hope they don't ever, but that's not my decision. But I hope that they would never go back to work for the royal family because of all the things I just said, all the things that they did to Harry and Meghan. Because I believe that the royal family were the ones who started, who kind of, pretty much unleashed onto Harry and Meghan. They let all the media the British media, all of them, they allowed this. And then the trolls, and then, somebody's behind the whole smear campaign, guys, and we don't know who it is, but, we know who is benefiting from it. And it's the royal family, and it's Wills and Kate, and it's that woman, Camilla, and that man that y'all call a king. So, yeah, there you go. So it's them. It's all them who benefit from the hate that Harry and Meghan get, right? So there you go. But another thing, too, talking about Camilla, guys, did you realize Camilla visited King Charles, that man that y'all call a king? He obviously was still in the hospital for like 3 or 4. Let me see here. There's a headline here saying that Queen Camilla visited that man that y'all call a king in hospital 3 times in 24 hours following his surgery. There's like so many headlines talking about how many times. There's pictures of Camilla visiting that man that y'all call a king, right? She goes visiting him. And, it looks kind of strange now, doesn't it? That there's only one picture of Willie going to visit. And then there's this headline today saying that, no, it wasn't that. It was just one time. He visits her every single day. He visits her every day, but there's only one picture. What are they trying to tell us right now, guys? There's only one picture of William going to visit Kate. And there's all these headlines today saying that, no, that's not true. He's been visiting her every single day. So what is he doing as he visits her? Is he going through the bunkers? Is he going through the basement entrance? Is there a tunnel that leads from Kensington Palace to that hospital? Because nobody has seen him. Yeah, nobody has seen William. William only was there for 1 hour. And pretty much he visited her for like 15 minutes. Probably got her upset and she didn't want to see him anymore, and he left. And now there's all these headlines saying that Willie has been visiting Kate every single day. No pictures or anything. But there's a million pictures of Camilla visiting. And the funny thing is, Camilla made sure that there's pictures of her visiting. So isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Camilla is doing the long game as usual. Camilla is doing the long game as usual. Camilla is the only one that's pictured visiting anybody in the hospital. Isn't that funny? Camilla is the only one that's being pictured visiting either people that are in the royal family who are in the hospital. The only one we saw is Camilla. And we only saw Willie for that one time. One time. Isn't that interesting, guys? What does that mean? What does it mean? It's perplexing right now. I wonder. Yeah, but yeah, so there you go. So there's like a million pictures of Camilla, one picture of Willie, but there's 100 articles today saying that Willie has been visiting her for the whole week. No pictures, nothing. Willie probably saw that he was getting some bad press, and he decides, you know what, no, I don't need the bad press, so let's put some stories out there that I'm visiting her every day. Because Willie cannot be seen as... Willie is so in control of his image, I guess you can say. He cannot be seen as a man who does not look after his wife. So Willie just, he has to tell lies, in my opinion. Yeah, it's all lies in my opinion, to be honest. Because if there were pictures of him visiting, we would see them. How come there's 10 pictures, not really 10, but it's probably like 5 pictures of Camilla visiting her man? Yeah. There's like so many pictures of Camilla, and there's only one of Willie. So why is that? Why is that? Anyways, guys, I think that's enough speculation for one day. I had enough of these people. Anyways, guys, yeah. So long and short of the story, Harry and Meghan went to a movie premiere on I think it was Tuesday, I think it was, or some day this week. And it's still headline news today, and today is Sunday. Yeah. So yeah, Harry and Meghan, yeah, the irrelevant people in the royal family, I guess they're not that irrelevant anymore. Because they're still talking about them till today. Anyways, guys, please remember, like, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Have a great one, guys. Bye. Oh, and if you did send me any super chats, super stickers, I appreciate it as well. If you want to join my channel, please do it through Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Have a great one, guys. Bye.